Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, a woman finds herself behind bars after an attempted homicide in Nashville.
Did the Roman Empire continue to grow on the road for Blue Raider football? Plus a tale of two halves inside the Glass House and a look at one of MTSU hockey's newest stars.
And a local high school is finally making musical dreams a reality.
Good evening and welcome to Middle Tennessee News. I'm Ethan Williams.
And I'm Noah Sershin, joined by Emma Pickett for MTN Weather and Willie Failer from the MTN Sports Den. A woman is behind bars tonight, charged with attempted homicide after a stabbing in Nashville. Court documents say that officers found the victim with a stab wound to the left side of his rib cage, suffering a ruptured spleen. Talisha Webster confessed to officers that she did it and reportedly told the officers where the weapon was. Camera footage showed the victim and Webster during the attack. Webster is charged with felony attempted criminal homicide and is in jail tonight on a $150,000 bond.
Lebanon police are crediting the increase of security cameras for the decrease of shoplifting. Lebanon police say that they are seeing a decrease in shoplifting numbers over the past 2 years. The department took down 3 suspects for stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise last year. Today, in a similar area, a similar camera trailer can watch from all angles. The LPD trailers will be moved to different popular shopping areas throughout the holiday season to deter shoplifters. From 2024 to 2025, the city has seen a 24% decrease in shoplifting arrests.
A routine traffic stop in Mount Juliet led to the arrest of a man wanted out of Rutherford County. Officers pulled over a vehicle on Pleasant Grove Road and discovered that the passenger was wanted on charges including assault and 3 counts of false imprisonment. Now, this arrest comes after the Mount Juliet Police Department's aggressive stance against crime. Police have reported a 22% increase in arrests compared to last year. The city has recently been ranked the 4th safest in Tennessee by Safewise.
Riverdale High School started construction in 2023 to add new classrooms, a new auditorium, and a sky bridge to connect the main building to the annex, allowing students to get from one place to the other without having to walk outside. Now in 2025, Riverdale Theater members are finally able to put on their musical in an improved, spacious auditorium after a year without the theatrical magic.
Riverdale High School enters a new era after its completed $56 million renovations to the school, and most importantly to the theater community, added a brand new auditorium. Theater teachers and directors Matt and Marilyn Smith couldn't be happier.
It's been a wonderful experience. Everybody, I think a lot of people are just nosy, so they want to come see what that new auditorium, the new space looks like, but it's been great.
To showcase their new theater, Riverdale decided to do the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, a production chosen for a full circle moment.
18 years ago, when I started here at Riverdale, my first musical was You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And so since that was my first musical in the old space, we decided that this would be a good thing for our first musical for the new space.
Time, Red Baron.
The auditorium is complete with updated lighting systems, advanced sound technology, and an upgrade from seating 376 to 737 people, making the auditorium one of the largest in Rutherford County. For many students, like senior thespian Ginger Levenhagen, stepping inside felt like entering a professional performance venue, and it felt surreal to be an important part of Riverdale's history.
The auditorium now, there's been nothing before us. We are the first people to bring in everything here.
Now, with colorful sets, costumes, and a live orchestra consisting of Riverdale band students, Riverdale Theater takes on the bigger stage after almost a year without a musical production. Riverdale already has big plans for their spring musical and celebrates this major milestone one shining performance at a time. This is Gracie Benner with Middle Tennessee News.
Thank you, Gracie. It's always important to support the arts in local schools. Can't wait to see what the program has in store.
A former Regions Bank employee in Smithville has been sentenced for theft. Brenda Faye Fusen pleaded guilty to theft over $10,000 and was ordered to pay restitution for her crimes. The investigation into the theft began in July of 2024 after authorities were notified that a large sum of money had been taken from a savings account at the Smithville Bank branch. Fusen admitted to moving money from customer savings accounts into her own account. And in addition to the payments, Fusen received a 6-year sentence at 30% and fully suspended to supervised release. Fusen will not serve her jail sentence in jail, and she'll remain on probation for the 6 years.
A fatal shooting in DeKalb is under investigation. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Department responded to a shooting call along Smithville Highway this morning. Deputies identified 41-year-old Ashley McKenzie in the roadway with an apparent gunshot wound. The suspect is on the scene cooperating with investigators. A handgun owned by the man was found on the hood of his truck. DeKalb County officials have requested the assistance of the TBI in the investigation. The investigation is still ongoing and no further details have been released.
At least one person is dead after a structure fire in Wilson County. Crews were called to the 1800 block of East Division Street near Golden Bear Gateway and Old Lebanon Dirt Road this morning. Wilson County Emergency Services confirmed that one person died in the fire. The Wilson County Sheriff's Office and the TBI are on the scene, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And now Emma Pickett joins us with our first look at the weather. Emma, it's been chilly ever since Thanksgiving. Is that still the case today?
Thanks, Ethan. With only 21 days until Christmas, the winter weather is definitely in full swing in Middle Tennessee. We are going to see some freezing temperatures and precipitation in the area. The high in Murfreesboro today will be 40 and cloudy with a 60% chance of showers coming in the afternoon. Manchester will reach a high of 43 and a 50% chance of rain later today. McMinnville's high will be 41 and Smithville will be the coldest in the area, only reaching a high of 39. Shelbyville's high is 42 today with a 100% chance of precipitation this afternoon. Woodbury will see a high of 40 degrees and like Shelbyville has a 100% chance of precipitation later. And finally, Mount Juliet will see a high of 40. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Emma. And still to come, a historic groundbreaking is helping MTSU students take to the skies, and a county commissioner with an alter ego that you have to see to believe. 2 were dead after a violent dog attacked in Tullahoma. The Coffee County Communications Center received a call around 3 p.m. about an apparent mauling by pit bulls on East Warren Street. A 50-year-old man with his 3-month-old granddaughter are dead after the attack. An investigation is ongoing to determine if there was a violent history with the dogs and any other potential issues. Other dogs in the home were taken by the Tullahoma Animal Control.
Well, just a tragic story there. Well, with election season coming around, many people are looking into who was on the ballot. Reporter Ethan Williams went to Fentress County to meet a politician who's more than what he seems.
It's meeting night in Jamestown, a city with 2 sides. While normally quiet and a picture-perfect representation of small-town America, when the commission meets, things can get a little heated.
They can move here all they want to, buddy. They don't take over.
This is Justin Miller, one of the longest-tenured members of the Fentress County Commission, despite being one of the youngest at 39 years old.
Got elected 2014, so this was my 3rd term. September, actually, I'll make 12 years.
Justin represents the county's 1st district and says he ran because he felt the county was going in the wrong direction.
Trying to give that young aspect of being a younger mind on the board to try to maybe be a voice for the younger people.
Just like the town, Justin also has 2 sides, because while he represents the younger people of the county, he likes to play an old soul. Because when he's not in front of a crowd of constituents, he's under the stage lights performing in front of a crowd of fans as an Elvis impersonator. And Justin has been doing this most of his life, starting when he was just 9 years old.
30 years ago, and well, we're talking like 96, 97, somewhere along in there. So we entered a few lip sync contests and wasn't getting anywhere. You know, you had acts that were turning everybody's head. Finally, my mom and dad said, if you want to keep this up, you need to do somebody. You need to act that's going to draw that attention. Who's that? Who? They said Elvis. I said, who's that?
And as time went on, he stuck with it and continued to improve his act.
started trying to mimic everything that the man done, and from lip movements to hand gestures to the legs and all that.
And his dedication has let him take this show on the road to bigger and better stages.
I got top 10 in Pigeon Forge during the Smoky Mountain Elvis tribute show. And then in April, I got top 5 and was able to get 4th place in Brunswick, Georgia.
But he doesn't just do it for the fame. He performs at charity events to help raise money that go right back into the local community.
We've done more benefits than we have actually making money ourselves.
So whether he's passing the county's next budget or performing as the king of rock and roll, it's all to help the people of Fentress County.
To me, that was the most gratifying thing that I've gotten out of this.
Ethan Williams, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, Ethan. Thank you very much.
A Bedford County man and his friends challenged themselves to run from Shelbyville to Knoxville with the goal to raise $50,000. Joshua Branson was the leader of this group, and in 2022 he was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer called ALK. He partnered with Sweat for Breath, an organization that helps raise money that goes to research for ALK, and he came up with the idea of the run. On Friday, they took off, but before they did, they got a last-second donation that put them over the $50,000 mark.
The Middle Tennessee Board of Trustees took the first steps into creating new graduate degree programs. The new program included healthcare administration and film and television. The Healthcare Administration Masters will be through the Jones College of Business. The board granted its final approval for a proposed Master of Fine Arts in the Film and Television in the Scott Borchetta College of Media and Entertainment. MTSU has recently been recognized as one of the best college lists on the Wall Street Journal and Forbes magazine, and the list of best online programs by Newsweek magazine. MTSU has also been named Best College or University by the Readers of the Tennessean in its 2025 Best of Music City Awards, beating out the University of Tennessee Knoxville and Vanderbilt University.
Middle Tennessee State University has broken ground on its new $73 million aerospace facility at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. It's marking a major step forward for one of the nation's leading aviation programs. The project will give the university a permanent home for all of its aircrafts, complete with new hangars, classrooms, offices, and plenty of ramp space to keep up with its ever-growing pilot training program. With more than 1,400 aerospace students, the facility will offer state-of-the-art training to prepare the next generation of pilots and aviation professionals.
I truly believe MTSU is the #1 place to be for aviation students in the country, and this new facility will help propel MTSU to new heights, as well as make MTSU the gold standard for aviation schools around the nation.
And Emma is back with tonight's forecast. Emma, today's temperatures have already been challenging. How cold will it get tonight?
Thanks, Ethan. It's time to grab your coats and gloves out of storage and prepare for some chilly weather and early sunsets. Murfreesboro, Manchester, and McMinnville will all hit a low of 33 degrees and light showers overnight. Smithville is expected to drop to 32 degrees, as well as Shelbyville, with wind gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Woodbury will drop to 33 degrees tonight with showers overnight. And finally, Mount Juliet will drop to 32 degrees to round out the night. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Emma. When we come back, Emma will have your full 5-day forecast, and Millie Thaler is in the MTN Sports Den with all things Middle Tennessee sports. That's coming up right after this. Welcome back. Emma Pickett has our full 5-day forecast. Emma, are there warmer days on the horizon, or are we still looking at chilly conditions over this next week?
Thanks, Ethan. Hope everyone has enjoyed the last newscast of the semester, and I, for one, am very excited for winter break, but not excited for all of this cold weather and rain coming in. To kick off the weekend tomorrow, the high will be 42 degrees and cloudy with light wind gust. The low will drop to a freezing point of 32 degrees overnight. On Saturday, we will finally see some sunshine and a high of 42 degrees. The low is going to be 33 degrees and cloudy skies overnight, and there will be some light wind gust. Sunday, the high will be a little bit warmer with a high of 42 degrees and a 24% chance of showers. The low will be 34 degrees, and we will see some on and off showers overnight and light wind gust as well. On Monday, to start the weekday, the highs will reach 41 degrees and cloudy skies in the morning, but there will be a clearing in the afternoon and we will see some sunshine. Monday night is going to drop to 29 degrees, so make sure you grab your heaters and grab some extra blankets to stay nice and toasty. Finally, on Tuesday, we are going to see some sunny skies and a high of 48 degrees, which is a pretty stark contrast from the night before. There will also be winds up to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday night will bring mostly clear skies and a low of 38 degrees. There will also be wind gusts of about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thanks for joining us this semester, and make sure to stay warm and happy holidays.
Thank you, Emma. And when we come back, Willie Fayler will recap MTSU's football grand finale for 2025 and men's basketball's dramatic win over the UAB Blazers on Monday. All that and more when we come back.
Welcome to the MTN Sports Den. I'm Willie Fayler. MTSU football hit the road for one final time this season, heading out to the desert to take on the New Mexico State Aggies. Things started off strong on offense for the Aggies as backup quarterback Adam DeMonte chucked one up to TK King, who caught it in between the Blue Raiders secondary, dipped and dove through him, got into the end zone to put the Aggies on top early. Blue Raiders offense was able to respond rather quickly, though, with a handoff to freshman running back DJ Taylor, who breaks through the second and third level, beats the secondary at the 20, gets into the end zone. That's the second score on the year for the Riverdale High School graduate. Blue Raiders continued to do good things as the defense over here, about a 20-yard rush for New Mexico's Kadarius Callaway before he loses it. Juwan Gaston getting in there, ripping out the fumble, and a recovery for freshman Chris Noble. This led to Gagliano dropping back on offense, finding A.J. Jones for a touchdown, and one of the Blue Raiders' first halftime lead of the season. They were up 14-7. Coming out of half, New Mexico State looking to get something going, and it's picked off by Gaston, once again creating his fourth turnover of the year, his third interception after a 2-interception performance against Nevada. Skip forward, New Mexico's up 21-17 in the fourth quarter. DeMonte deep and tipped by Abdul Muhammad, picked off by teammate Kalen Woods. That's a big swing for the Blue Raiders as they get the ball back late. Flipping back to offense, Gagliano once again up to fellow freshman Landon Collins, the walk-on, making the catch. And then Gagliano once again to Collins to put the Blue Raiders on top. New Mexico State able to get a field goal, sent it to overtime at 24, but that was no match for the Blue Raider offense as Gagliano found A.J. Jones in the end zone once again to give the Blue Raiders a win in overtime.
We did what we hadn't done all year. We got 2 consecutive wins in a row. We were able to find ourselves, playing, solid ball for stretches of time, but we really just needed to respond, and so that was the thing that sort of led the day.
Flipping over to the hardwood, men's basketball hosted the UAB Blazers from the American Conference on Monday night. The Blue Raiders started off slow in the first half, trailing the Blazers 33-32 at halftime, but the offense came out on fire in the second half. Guards Javin Carter and Sean Smith were huge in this offensive turnaround, combining for 8 assists. Smith had 16 and Carter had 13, while redshirt sophomore Torrey Alston totaled 19. Star hybrid guard and forward Kamari Lands also made an impact with a couple big threes on his way to 10 points. The 44-point second half led the Blue Raiders to a 76-59 win, snapping the Blazers' 5-game winning streak. MTSU utilized its third straight different starting lineup, including changes in the backcourt between the point guards Carter and Smith. Head coach Nick McDevitt lauded Smith and Carter's performance at point, leading the Blue Raiders to their third win.
So they give you the flexibility as a coach and a coaching staff to make some of those adjustments and not have to worry, man, if we hurt somebody's feelings.
One of the stars of the Blue Raiders Veterans Cup win a few months ago was defenseman Yuli Lima, who scored a hat trick against the Owls. MTN Sports reporter David Kastman got an opportunity to sit down with the Blue Raiders' newest weapon to step into the limelight.
As a part of the MTSU club hockey team, Yuli Lima scored his first goal as a Blue Raider, as well as his first career hat trick in the same game.
Yeah, after the first period, they were like, hat trick watch, they were hyping it up, nobody knew if it was going to happen or not, and it was a great feed from Siciliano that helped me pop my third one.
Although defensemen aren't relied upon for their offensive capabilities, scoring comes naturally for Yuli, as he only recently transitioned to defense.
coming from Trine, he averaged a point per game as a forward, and he stepped into a role where our team needed fit as a defenseman.
Yuli's transition from Trine University to MTSU was smooth both on and off the ice, thanks to his connections to the city of Murfreesboro.
And so it's been fairly easy to transition, and also being from Murfreesboro, I kind of fit right in. It was a great fit.
Not only is Yuli making an impact in Middle Tennessee, but he also plays for the Argentinian national hockey team.
It's unreal, like getting to be with players and other families. We do a tournament once a year.
Yuli's decision to come to MTSU was partially due with his familiarity with the area, as well as the opportunity to win a national championship.
Our team culture is at an all-time high right now. It felt like a 4-1 win yesterday was a loss for our program, and you came into the locker room, no one was really celebrating. It was dead silent. Guys were just kind of disappointed in our performance.
Yuli Lima and the rest of the Blue Raiders look to continue their 14-game win streak, as they are currently first in the nation in the ACHA Division III rankings. David Kassman, Middle Tennessee News.
Thank you so much, David. Lima led MTSU hockey to a 16-2 record in the fall semester. They will hit the ice in the spring beginning on January 17th against Liberty. MTSU men's tennis's top double pairing has reached one of the program's highest ITA rankings ever. Kareem Al-Amin and Andre Horak have risen to number 18 in the doubles rankings. This comes after a successful trip to the NCAA Doubles Championships. Horak and Al-Amin defeated the 7th-ranked duo from California, Berkeley in straight sets, winning 6-3 and 6-4. The Blue Raiders fell in the second round to Ohio State in 3 sets. Middle Tennessee's tennis season begins soon, taking on in-state rivals Lipscomb and Tennessee Tech at the Adams Tennis Complex on January 16th. The Blue Raiders will welcome the Harvard Crimson to the Cathedral of Tennis on January 20th. All 3 matches are set to be broadcast on the MTN Sports YouTube channel and the MTSU Athletics website. Back to you at the desk, Ethan.
Thank you, Willie. Cannonsburg Village is turning into a winter wonderland over the next month, beginning this weekend. A charming Christmas at Cannonsburg will open for families to get into the festive spirit.
The Villages will have its traditional 1800s reenactors to go along with the Christmas Village theme, and there will be a Santa riding station set up at the Cannonsburg General Store.
The Village will have extended hours from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. the next 3 weekends to enjoy the live musical performances, carolers, and special guest appearances. Tickets are $5 with children under 5 years old getting in for free. Cannonsburg Village will remain free during the day to see the Winter Village with special pop-ups. Thank you so much for joining us here at Middle Tennessee News. If you've missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, as well as special edition packages and entertainment pieces. I'm Ethan Williams, joined by Noah Sershin, Emma Pickett, and Willie Failer.
Now make sure you follow us on all of our social media sites on Facebook /Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll see you next semester for our next show.